Look at that resolution. Look at that resolution right there. If you zoom out, I remember this seemed so HD when I first like got this right here. It was after the HD version, but this right here, it's just pixels. These people are existing, just like Rahab, just like me. Welcome everybody to an AoE game, which has been a long time since I've done one on stream. Honestly, I've also not streamed in a long time. It's been 5 months that I've streamed for the last time. But right here, I'm playing a match. This is what this guy was doing. Oh my god. Anyway, we're gonna follow Greg right here, who's just standing around in front of his house. Sometimes he wants to go home. I sometimes want to go home too. But then I realized my work is at home, and I can never truly go home. Or am I always at home? Who knows? Anyway, yeah, I wanted to go back to AoE 2 because it's been a long time since I streamed. There's been a lot of things going on in the background. If you haven't seen, like, I've made an entire, like, 2-part video series about a big project I've been working on, which, normally, like, you want to talk about, like, the big project, like, oh man, like, how good was it? But, yeah, it succeeded and also didn't succeed in ways. So, I want to get back to AoE 2. One of the things that I want to do with that is make sure that I do it properly. One of my big goals is to become one of the best players in Age of Empires 2. I say, but I rather mean, like, I kind of want to be sort of presentable. Maybe I want to play in a tournament in like 2 or 3 months. I'm going to have, oh shoot, I'm going to have a big plan set to go make sure that everything works out right. So I'm floating again. See, this is what I mean. I'm not very professional at this point in time. I'm not even telling you about, like, who I'm playing with. So right here, I'm playing in this team of, like, just random people that I ran into with, like, quick play, because what my plan is right here is to, like, just give you a baseline. This right here is how I'm playing, and we'll see how this is going to go. So what we see is, like, I have the 3-minute 55. Good luck, have fun in the chat, which I was way faster at than any of the other players I play with, because none of them actually throw it through anything in chat. So I was very quick with that, but what I'm not quick with this is, like, getting my hunt over here. My scout's just kind of floundering around, figuring out what to do. And there were other things in this game that I'm going to be struggling with a little bit. But it is interesting to see, like, what's going on with the team right here. Let's see how most important teammate's doing. Greg right here is out here. I'm still following him. He's actually collecting 9, 10, 11, 12 food. All right, he's out here doing the farming. That's good. Getting the food. We'll check in with Greg later on. If I don't click on anything else, I'll probably be able to find Greg back again. If I click on anything else, well, good luck, Greg. We'll talk to you later. Anyway, what we have right here is we have a map called Ring Fortress, which I want to tell you all things about, but honestly, like, I don't know much about. This is, like, probably the second time I've seen this map. One of the things that I'm kind of uncomfortable with this map is that you have this wall on a hill, but it's not entirely, like, closed off, and all these wall pieces are set up in such a weird way. It's like, look at this. Is this wall in between them? I think this is, because you see, like, a little bit of wood there, but then this right here isn't, because you don't see that little bit of wood there. So, like, do I need to place a house there? Can I place a house there? Like, I don't know. So, it's a bit uncomfortable when you're starting out, because it feels a lot like an arena game. It feels like a lot like you're safe. You can just, like, boom right up. But at the same time, it's not really, because there's all these gaps in between them. You need to send a villager around all the way if you want to plug everything up. And then you can be like, oh, well, maybe you want to rush. But then all your wood and stuff is all the way out of here. So, yeah, I didn't really know what to do. It's also been a long time. I kind of wanted to be a bit entertaining. I hope I was. Turumbar says it's an aggressive map. Okay, that's good to know. That is good to know. Also, Martin, how's it going? Good to see you. Hey, nice to see you streaming again. Green is doing nothing. Teal is hitting red. Oh, whoa. A little sneak peek for later on. I'm still juggling how I'm trying to do the multi-stream right now. I've changed some things in the setup, so if I don't read the chat messages right away, just shout at me louder. I'll make sure that I include both chats right here if I can do that. There we go. Now we have YouTube and Twitch going on at the same time. Sorry, YouTube, you're out here too. I like you, appreciate you. As I say, it's a really uncomfortable map because I don't really know what to do here. I know that Martin just said, like, it's an aggressive map, so you need some aggression. But one thing I find kind of hard is, like, you need to go outside. This feels so exposed. I don't know what I'm doing here. Like, what's going on? And then you also have people right here. We have here in the purple, we have Bibing. Bibing right here is playing as a civilization. I think it's a Chinese, if I look at that. I don't know where I can see that. But looking at the amount of villagers they have, I think it's a Chinese, which is very daring at this level. If they're playing at the same level that I am, which I don't think that they were that much higher or lower than I was, that's a very daring start, and that explains a lot. I mean, look at that. Look at that mill being placed just like 2 tiles away from the berries. And 2 tiles away from the TC. Can you fit like a single farm in there? Maybe like 1 single farm over there. And then the wood villagers being around right over here, walking back and forth between the gold. I mean, again, you know, these people aren't the furthest ahead, but at the same time when I'm playing this, if I'm playing this as blue, you just gotta imagine this is what the things look like for me, and everything looks scary. Now, I walk past here, I see like there's a barracks over here, I feel this guy's gonna be aggressive. I wasn't watching my scout right now. If I did, I would have attacked that villager, but everyone's living in peace. So far it sits, we're all here in peace. And as Jagger says right there, the farm still fits. So maybe that's a smart thing. Maybe they're like poles. They have like empowered farms next to their mill. Anyway, we have purple right there. We have yellow over here. Yellow is a whole bunch of numbers. Who's probably a friend of teal. Who's also a whole bunch of numbers. I'm always wondering like who decides like my name is just going to be, and then they slam their head on a numpad, and that's going to be their name. I don't know how that works, but we got two of them over there. And the red we have a Chinese name, which I can't pronounce. A theme. I need a theme. I don't think a theme's here yet. But red over here is playing as, I think, the Persians. And we also have a Persian player red here with green. Now, we have the Persians over here, and then red here we have the Cumans. But in general, I think the more interesting part of this game is obviously, like, how am I playing? Because this right here is just a baseline for me, coming back after 5 months, trying to figure out, like, how do I stream at the same time as I'm playing this game. It's quite a challenge. Now, as the same challenge is like, where's Greg? Because I said I wasn't going to select anything but Greg, but I think we've lost Greg. This is not Greg, by the way. This is just like great-great-great-grandson Gregory. He looks a lot like him, and he really likes food as well. Like, he's taken up farming. He doesn't want to, like, rip up the flesh off the animals like his great-great-great-grandfather did, but he wants to farm because that is more civilized. However, we've lost Greg. Maybe Greg is one of my gold miners over here, or maybe Greg is one of the berry villagers over there, or maybe him went right here to wood. Because what I want to do is I want to have some sort of archer build. But we're already 13 minutes into the game, and as you can see right here, at this point in time, can I see my eco? I cannot see my like how much resources I'm floating. But I'm just gonna have to assume that at this point in time, what I am doing is this guy is stealing my. Bloody hell. I am building some archers because I want to go and do some sort of archer rush. But the rush is not really out there all that much. I wanted to see maybe I can go and take down his scout, but that wasn't really meant to be because the TC is not that accurate with the fire, but screw it. It's whatever. So I'm building up the archers over here. One thing that I struggle with quite a bit is walling up with like my production buildings, because you always want to have your production buildings forward so that if you're producing, like, they're closer to the enemy and you don't need to send all the archers all the way from the back of your base, which I'll give you an example of later on. However, you also want to make sure that you wall this entire base up. So as you can see, I've left a clear gap over here. This was intentional. It was not intentional. But yeah, now the archers can walk right over there. In the meantime, I'm sending a villager around to go wall this up because I don't like enemy units in my base. And I'm scared. I'm scared here. I don't know when this guy's going to show up, come around. I see that yellow is going really quickly up the castle edge. Like, that's super fast. But yeah, I just want to go out here, get my archers ready, and go and do a little bit of fighting. If I can see where my attention is at right now. I think that my attention was right here with the scout, trying to figure out like what's going on here in the darkness. Where's yellow at? What's everything looking at? Because I felt so exposed right here on this woodline, which if you're playing this map more often, I think that you're gonna laugh at me saying like, oh man, you felt so exposed. It's like, dude, I can just wall this up, like place a couple buildings here, just continue to wall here, and this is super safe. Don't have to go all the way around me here. And there's many ways that I can protect this, but I didn't know. I actually did not really have the freedom of thought, let me put it that way, to actually think like, hey, I'm on the edge of the map. I was like, I need to make sure that I like wall this off closely. But hey, you know, it works. It works. So out here, I'm trying to like mount an offensive, go ahead, see what we can do. How's the TC idle time? Actually, 30 minutes. Ooh, that's bad. That's bad. That's bad. Oh shoot! Look at that. Right. Let's see how this happened. Let's see how this happened. Let's see. You can see the resources if I click like this. Oh, yeah, I can see the resources. All right, so let's see what I'm doing right here. Right now, I am actually... I'm flowing too much. I'm flowing too much. I think that I'm trying to figure out, like, what's going on around here. The Dark Age idle time was okay with 23 seconds. Okay, that's all right. This is not, though. I'm trying to figure out where that came from. I think that came from me trying to scout a map, see where I could do damage. Because, as I said, I felt exposed over here, and I felt like maybe I could go ahead and get find an exposed spot from these guys over here too. This guy's actually out here and out there, which at that point in time, did I see that already? I don't think I did. I don't think I passed that yet, which was kind of unfortunate because I was hoping that maybe he'd be over here, he'd be maybe over there, maybe over there. This was literally the only one woodline that I hadn't seen yet, so I didn't really know what to do with my archers. I just that I wanted to like keep making them, and I needed to go forward. And I think at around this point in time, apart from like my my idle TC time, which we'll keep up over there, so far. This is stabilized out quite well, but that's just because I had a bunch of villagers over here, which will also be my downfall. Because if you look at that, that is me compensating, and that is me basically compensating by taking out my entire food supply, so I can't click up. I'm not going to discover that, and now I'm going to click up. Please. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I clicked up. Because, I was like, hey, I don't have the food to go up, and then I had 10 villagers in queue. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to go and attack here, and I thought that maybe he'd be out here on one of these wood lines, because he'd be in front. So I sent my archers out. I knew there was like a little bit of a gate here. But I want to go ahead and find a place to attack. So I'm looking around right here. At the same time, I'm also looking around with my scout, which is somewhere over there. Okay, the scout is quiet. So probably what I'm doing at this point in time is like doing a little bit of eco stuff. I don't know why the archers are going back. I have no idea what the archers are doing here. That's probably a way different hotkey point. So like this right here is just me like clicking. They go all the way the wrong way around. And what you see right now is that my timeline, even though I'm not interrupted, just by me not really knowing what I want to do, where I want to go, I'm just kind of like lost. And you can see that right now that I'm standing here. I'm like, oh shoot, here's the enemy. And then these guys start attacking, even though I put them on stand ground. But one little guy over there felt like he just wanted to go and attack and then let his position be known. It's like, dude, please take this villager down. If you take that villager, I'm happy. Take him down. Okay, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, is it? Okay. Well, here we are. Here we are in the situation. At this point in time, I didn't know he had completely walled up to here. I thought that there might be a way for me to go around here, go around there. I was like, right, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Looking back with this situation, with this clarity, I could have just gone around and attacked in here. But this right here is kind of the chaotic state. I think if I look at the baseline that I have at this point in time, is that I'm doing kind of okay with... let's see, I want to see the idle TC time. Actually, it's not gotten worse since the last time we looked. So I'm doing, I believe, sort of okay with getting my upgrades, getting up to the next age. I have a nice bowl of archers going around, and I do somewhere have the scout. I think at this point in time, the scout had found this wood line, and now I was going to go and do what I really wanted to do for a long time. Stop attacking houses and letting yourself be known. Urgh, I really need to get a hold of this. I really wanted these guys, by the way, I wanted them to go ahead and be a sneaky sneak that goes around right there to this wood line right there. But I guess they ain't sneaking no more. Because purple probably had like a good oversight on this. Let's see, what is purple seeing? What is purple seeing at this point in time? Purple is not seeing anything. He is building up these ranges. Oh man, like it felt like for ages. It felt like so long that I could actually get into position to hurt something. Like it felt like I had things ready to go, but I just couldn't find a place to attack. And that was, for me, absolutely my biggest annoyance. And that's something that I also need to get a feel for. Because right now, I had a sort of solid start, but I couldn't really adapt very well. I didn't really know... didn't have the oversight of the map to be like, hey, if I'm building my archery ranges here, I can go around here and like move in there. I didn't really have the feel for like, oh, this is all locked off. I should probably have this as my attack factor. Because he walled this off quite well, but this was completely open. And because right now I'm finding this attack factor, what I want to do is send all my troops over there. But then they need to gather, from what I was saying before, instead of gathering from here, they need to get all the way from here, walk over there, and... Anyway, let's talk about some positive stuff, because in the meantime, these archers are out on a mission, and I want to see if I can get some eco KD going up, because I got two deaths. I lost 2 villagers. When did that happen? I need to rectify that. I need to rectify that right now. Come on, what kind of text do I have? I have a Balkanera. I think I also have... I don't have ballistics yet. But I guess my chat was bothering me about that. But there we go. We balanced that out, and now it's time to fix that. 3, 4, 5, 6... That was a good time. I didn't see that guy, by the way. Or did I? Did I? I think they went on their own accord, and now he's down. So that right there was quite a nice hit. Which means that at this point in time, we're evening out the eco balance. Actually, like, this is going pretty even at this point in time. I don't know what kind of battles are going on around here. I think right here it seems like teal has gotten into red space, and red is not necessarily fighting back all that much. Yellow at this point in time, I've seen yellow sometimes come around with like horses and knights. I think he killed 2 villagers over here that kind of ended up randomly over here. So yeah, no big laws. But here in the meantime, I'm gonna I'm still trying to see like what can I do? How can I attack? I have like my first group of archers. My second group is coming in, but because I don't know this map, like I don't know where the hell he's still taking food. It's like, well, here I've taken like your wood away. Where is your other wood? Where are you taking things like wood or other things? So I'm just looking around. I know he's got a castle over there, because of like the unfortunate scout. That was not my scout, by the way. My scout is somewhere else. But I felt like, yeah, my scout is over here. But I just couldn't see anywhere to attack him. So I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? Like, I want to mess around with him. Here is Yellow, by the way. Yellow sometimes just comes around with, like, his knights. And he just feels like doing something. And I have to say, this has got to be extremely unlucky. This has got to be extremely unlucky. Because at this point in time, this is the time that I feel like, well, I'm not seeing anything. There's no way that I can attack his eco. I should probably just go in and like attack something right now. And I'm going in just at the time that Yellow decides to show up with his knights. Like, he was just on patrol. Like, look, he wasn't even coming in for me. Dude, no way. Oh my god. So yeah, like if Yellow would have just passed by, this army probably would have been completely alive. I do take out his knights though, mostly. But it does come at the cost of like this army right here, because I was trying to get up the hill, but again, these wolves, like, they're not so nice to move around with, and then move through. I have to get my other team over there. So yeah, this right here, I thought I could mess around with him. Actually, I'm causing a lot of idle time. Look at that. Look at that. Because he rang the bell, this was actually pretty worth it. This was actually pretty worth it, if I say so myself. Don't look at my idle TC time, by the way. Holy fuck. What am I doing? What am I doing? No way. Oh my god. Right now, like, I'm too focused on just microing. I'm not doing anything else. Come on, please build something. Please do something. Do something. Cue villagers. No way. Anyway, I have idled him for so long. Like, he did nothing here. He is doing absolutely nothing. They have 30 idols at this point in time, and they're pretty much all here. 15 villagers over here. 8 villagers over here. 20. Like, I'm idling 20 free villagers just with me standing around here. I felt that I didn't do that much useful things here because I felt I didn't get any kills, and then these knights just came in and they messed around with things. And then right here, like this at this point in time, I was just sending villagers randomly into here. I don't know what happened here. Again, like I just had random villagers just walking in here, and all of a sudden, like, what are these villagers doing here? So I felt that this was a horrible point in time. Which again, like, I mean, like, I'm not really taking anything useful at this point in time. These villagers are just gonna die without having done much. But look at how I idled that TC the entire time. I think that wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. So in the meantime, I'm trying to like rebuild my army. I'm trying to see like what can I do. I have no idea how to get in. I don't really have siege because I was trying to build a siege workshop over here. Because again, my entire like attack point is all out of whack. I got an archery range over here. I got archery ranges right over there. I got a siege workshop that I was trying to build, which I didn't put a single hammer to, so that was just kind of standing there. And yeah, like this is basically the middle point of the attack, and this is just walled off with like stone in a house. So like I just, are you guys kidding me? Are you guys kidding me? This right here is literally the perfect example of how I felt at this point in time. And this right here is the baseline that I need to move from. The archers right here attacking the tower instead of the skirmishers. The villagers is randomly walking right here in the middle into the battleground because I set a random TC point, and nothing really happening. Yeah, that was bad. At this point in time, I'm on 69 villagers, which is nice, but at the same time, I'm adding to my TCs a lot. So what was I doing? What am I doing? I'm not building anything. At this point in time, I'm questioning very much what I'm doing. I think I'm just trying to strategize, like where am I going to attack next? But I wasn't doing much else. Come on, do something. I'm building one villager now. That's good, but what else? Anything going on in DCs? I'm clicking up to Imp. Yeah, I think I found like, oh man, I can click up to Imp. That's good. But build more villagers. Build villagers. Come on, you can do something. Do something! Play the game, damn it! Alright, I'm getting frustrated myself right now. There's so much to improve here, because right now, I am, right here I'm going to be completely swamped, by the way. because I was like, oh, I'm going to finish that siege workshop. But at this point in time, Yellow is coming in with knights. Yellow was like the only active person that I've seen this entire match. And he was coming in with knights, and I had my archers. And yeah, they were kind of completely outclassed. At this point in time, I was like, I need to go change something around. I need to go and like do something about like these knights over here, this cav. I can't do anything with cav at this point in time because, hey, you know, I don't have the counter unit, so I need to like be prepared to start countering them. So I think at this point in time, I'm going to spring into action. Any minute now, I'm going to spring into action. I'm telling you, this game goes so much faster when you're actually playing it than when you're like in the game mode. But again, you know, first time I'm streaming this in like 5 months. First time I'm playing this in a long time. I have played a little bit offline, but hey, you know, here we go. I think it's time to go ahead and like, we need to have a counter unit against Yellow. We need to go and like mass up our archers again because we've lost a lot. Again, we're still doing pretty good. I think Yellow is really carrying this team, though Red seems to be doing quite well as well. Actually, yeah, Red and Yellow are doing a pretty big fight here that I had no idea about. And then Purple, like, I was really lucky to have Purple, who was just doing nothing. So, yeah. Oh, man. Jaeger says, I will be the same watching my Rex, just tell him do something. Well, hey, I'm glad to hear that is relatable. Hopefully, we'll figure out how to fix it. But that's Muffin says, yeah, this is left-hand work, Army Q and Phil Q. You'll get it down. So, yeah. Kid says, what game is this, please? This right here is Age of Empires 2. That's what we're watching at this point in time, and yeah, I'm trying to learn it. This right here is on my journey, the very start of my journey, where I'm trying to properly learn this. So at this point in time, Green has probably noticed that I'm being raided by some knights sometimes, so he's sending like two Pokeboys, which I appreciate. But I'm also gonna build my own army of Pokeboys, so sending these out. Also forgot to set a ready point with these guys, so you'll see that in a moment. But here we go. Yeah, you know, I mean, he's sending 2 boys. 2 boys is better than no boys, so, hey, you know? Also, I'm figuring, like, hey, listen, if I can't get through here, with, like, building a siege workshop, which is all the way over there, if I can't easily move through here and I'm about to hit imp, let me just go to the castle play. Let me go to the castle play, let's go and have some fun. I'm still on 88 villagers, 90 villagers, but I've queued them up all the way to 100, and I think, like, about 100 is where you need to stop, so eventually I get to my fill numbers. But at this point in time, it seems like, let's see, Purple has 56, so he has late behind quite a bit. Yellow has 70, Red has 83, I'm at 93, and we're looking at Teal has 85 and 69 for Green. So I have the most fill count at this point in time. How does that happen? Do they have a lot of deaths? They actually haven't lost a lot of villagers. It seems like everyone is just like idling their TC a lot, especially Yellow. Holy shoot, for Yellow being so aggressive. These TCs have not been doing all that much. Right, well, anyway, makes me feel slightly better. At that point in time, I also decide to go wool this up with some houses. Don't want anyone moving in here. And I also want to have, like, my 200 pop space at that point in time. So, going over here. At this point in time, I'm like, screw it. Alright, I don't have siege, but I do have buildings that can act like siege. So I'm just going to go place a castle right here. I want to force an opening to go through here. And in the meantime, I'm going to go and build my army composition, which is like a gold unit, archers, that I've been building up towards. And then my trash units, the Pokeboys, to go and fight against the calf that are coming around and killing my army every time. So I'm getting the upgrades. I'm getting everything ready to get going. Unique, how's it going? Welcome. And yeah, we're ready to go with old school AoE 2. We're ready to go for the big battle. And this time I felt like I'll probably have Purple at this point in time, because I hadn't found any resistance from him. I also hadn't had some really juicy, like, kills. Because again, like, this wood line right here, this is exposed. There's just 3 villagers. And if I want to get here, I have to walk all the way around. And I didn't, like, I wish he had his wood line that he was taking from right over here. That would have been such a much nicer game, but it is what it is. But yeah. Yeah, this right here was now my very first, like, multiplayer game, like, on random in a long time. So, yeah, right here, we see the castle has done very well, taking down the tower, taking down the houses, and now it's time for me to walk in. I wanna go ahead and, like, bring out my trebuchet so I can take down the buildings, because one of the things, if I have archers, one of the things I don't like with archers is that, like, I can't really walk in towards buildings, because I'll be killed. So I need to get rid of the pesky arrow-firing buildings and then move through there. So there we go. I might actually want to speed this up a little bit because this is taking quite long. So we're going to go in 2 times speed because this is going on for a long time and there's not much more to do other than for me to wait to take down this house so I can finally move in and take down that TC. In the meantime, I'm waiting for that trap to be ready. I'm checking on my eco upgrades. And now the attack is about to begin. And this is going to be kind of quick and long game because I'm ready to meet the resistance of yellow. And I don't know where yellow is at. Yellow right here has is preparing the horses, and now I know why they had so much figure when they came in, because they were all being cheered on by the monks. But here, I'm out here. I don't know when yellow's gonna come around. I know I have some Pokeboys ready to get going. But, yeah, I just want to, like, make some space I can move in. I think at this point in time, I'm at 150 and a 60 free pop. I'm almost at my limit. And at this point in time, I want to find all the villagers. But again, if I go in here, I don't know where they are. I haven't found them yet. I don't see them. Where are they? So, yeah, what do I do? What do I do? Like, I'm like, well, let me move forward. Let me move forward. I was like, at this point in time, I was like, screw it. I have a whole bunch of archers. Just gonna send them in here. They'll probably all be around the TC. And they were not around the TC. Apparently they were all over here. Like, seriously, if I had walked around here again, I probably would have found them. It seems like they were also all over there. My scout knew this. Like, again, like, I don't know how this happened, but my scout was just standing here next to the TC. He never bothered with it. I never saw it either, so. Talk about, like, some low elo play. Oh boy, in the meantime, I'm right out here wrecking his entire, like, town. And he's, like, I've not seen anything over here. By the way, Green has decided to go help me out. Attack this house with his two boys. I mean, the two boys were really good boys. They helped out with everything. Defense, offense. They were always around. So yeah, right here, I'm out here to go and take purple. I'm trying to figure out, like, what is he doing? Like, what's going on? I see red over here, by the way. I didn't know, like, what red was doing. I saw a quick glimpse of this. But apparently red has been taken out completely over here by my teammates. Teal's also had a rough time, it seems, because his town center is all gone. And in the meantime, I'm right here. And it seems like red at this point in time gave up. Teal gave up because I had taken down this place right over here. And at this point in time, like, we have two people out of the game. We're all calling the GGs because it seems like it's over. We're done. At this point in time, I just feel like, well, let me just go have some fun, take down everything. I discovered that there were, like, a bunch of villagers over here because I found my scout again. So I was like, let me just go take down these fills. Seems like yellow is ready to give up as well because yellow, like, there's not much happening there. And I hadn't seen much about my teammates because I'm not really looking around at this point in time. My situational awareness at this point in time is still horrible. Still right now, I don't know what much is going on. So I'm just like right here. Let me just go and get these kills over here because that feels good. Look at the counter go up. 45 kills. 45 to 5. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing good. Let's get going. Let's go take down this place. And I think at this point in time, I awakened the beast. So the beast is going the wrong way around. He had to decide which side he was going to go to. And he was going to go to me. There he is. He's struggling to move through. And at this point in time, I felt like, oh man, like Teal's gonna give up. He's gonna give up any minute now. And I didn't know that I would be completely surrounded by, how many is this? 45, like 50 cav. 50 knights just surrounding me, completely taking everything. The scout that had been left behind had been so peaceful. Gets taken out too, and the traps get taken out as well. So that was kind of a big blow. Because at this point in time, I was in the yellow space. I was in like, I'm going to get every tech space because the game's over. Turns out the game's not over because yellow is ready to attack. Seriously, yellow, what is this? I've taken out your two TCs. Your castle is gone. What do you have? Oh, I never saw this. Oh. Oh. So, you were never going to come back. You were never going to come back in my entire life because, in the meantime, I'm messing up. I know yellow is probably going to get ready to hit me again, and I'm messing up whatever I can. I'm building up Arbalesters, I'm building up my Pokeboys, and I'm ready to fight again. I do have some gold problems, as you can see right over here. I'm running a little bit low on gold, so I can't make all my trebs, and I'm also running out of pop space, so yeah, it's time to go ahead and like build my forward production buildings, get my armies ready, and I feel like if I have enough Pokeboys ready to like take down the calf, I can let my archers come in and just have a good time. So, everyone's coming in. We're getting ready for the attack. In the meantime, this is not what I'd seen, but apparently, like, green and teal are just, like, having a big offensive over here. And this is why I didn't see yellow all that much. Except for when I attacked, because he was busy over here. Trying to build another castle, trying to hold on. But yeah, at this point in time, like, he was done, dude. He was done. I like, 1 against 3, you're never gonna win this. I feel like no matter how good you are, if it's a 1 against 3, yeah, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be really, really rough. So yeah, here I am ready. I'm ready to hit. I put my Pokeboys there to take care of the calf, and I'm like, okay, if I don't have siege right now because my trebuchet has been taken down, I'm just gonna use my castle as siege again. And I could have taken that a little bit better, but there we go. Yellow is trying to hold out quite well. Unique says, on the one hand, yes, he is trying to hold out. On the other hand, like you can say, and this is something that I've only recently learned, it's like you can say like, what are your chances of winning? At this point in time, I don't think that yellow has a single win condition. because he was going to have to take down either me, who was like powering this by myself, because I'm not getting support much from my team, except for the 2 Pokeboys just a moment ago. And then you have Teal over here, who has a big army, and then you have like Green over here, which has a big army. Like you're never gonna win that. So at this point in time, it's like you're not gonna you might hold out a little bit, like one wave or the other wave, but at the end of the day, it's like you're gonna have such a tough time trying to survive. That you're not even going to beat them unless you're going to stretch this out for really long. So in general, a lot of times like people just resign at this point in time because there's no win condition anymore, and then people can move on. But yeah, the win condition is the opponent's internet or my Linux distribution, because I'm playing this on Linux right now. So so far this has been holding out quite well. But yeah, that was my very first game online. This went on quite long. Like this is a 1 hour long game. I'm sorry if this was kind of long for me to cover, and I was just kind of all around here. But as I said, this right here is the bar. This is the bar that I need to move up from, or actually this is ground floor. This is not the bar that I need to clear, this is the ground floor that I'm coming from. And from this forward, I'm gonna go and try and get better at Age of Empires 2 and get a better feel for what's going on. One thing that I'm really noticing right now, especially when I'm playing this, very much so, but also casting this right now, is like my spatial awareness in this game has pretty gone downhill. Like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's I really have to get used to it again. Trying to figure out like what's going on further much beyond me. I'm very grateful that that purple wasn't all that fighty. I would have liked him to fight a little bit more, not wool up all that much. Because like I'd rather have like a couple good skirmishers, like fights that I can like them break through, except for him, like instead of him being like completely walled up here, walled up there, and then me having to try and break in. But yeah, it is it was good to have me focus on this one thing, because I never knew what was going on over here. And even now when casting, like my main focus is over here on me as well. But then again, I don't know green or teal, and I thought this was good just to give you a little bit of like a baseline. This is where we're going from. It's only going to go up. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this.